Hey everybody, how are you? Rick here with Hit and Run Candlesticks. First thing I want to say is thank you so much for watching our video. I absolutely appreciate it. If you've not subscribed, click that little button over there to the right that hover over it, says subscribe, and there's a little bell there in case you want to be alerted whenever we do put a new video out. Today's video, we're going to cover some oil stocks, APA, FANG, ERX, things like that. And we're going to look at the market and waiting on the T-line. So, hey, in about 10 seconds here, we're going to jump into the trading room, and then we'll start looking at some of those stocks. Alrighty, thanks everyone. Hey, good morning everyone. How's it going? Happy Friday. Dick, JW, Art, Frank, Chuck, Dean. Thanks everybody for being here. Hello, Dan. You're back with us another day. Hector, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. I'm glad it's Friday. I'm ready for the weekend. Of course, I was ready for the weekend Tuesday. Okay, so we're going to cover nothing but some oil stocks today. Have those on our watch list and maybe some even ready to buy today. First, let's cover the market here. Yesterday, we ended up with a very nice, extremely nice, bullish Hiromi here. Now, I've emphasized very nice. I've emphasized extremely nice. That does not mean that we have to be bullish, okay? This is the important thing here. We need follow through. We need to make sure that price stays above that Hiromi. If it comes back below the Hiromi, then the bulls have left the arena for that moment, and we need the bulls to be in this arena. So it looks like we're opening up a little higher here. It looks like we're going to open up somewhere in the neighborhood of 458.60 here. We still have about 29 minutes before the market opens. The T-line, the black line here, here's how I plan to attack this. Today's Friday, so I'm not super interested in buying too much and holding over the weekend. I'm only holding 2 positions right now. I kind of like that idea, going over the weekend. But what I really want to see, and I think what I really want to wait for, is to get over the T-line with the SPY here. Now, the SPY is the indice that I typically watch. So I need to see that show me some bullish over the T-line. And here's what I'm waiting for. If we go back and look at history, just look at what happens. You know, we're below the T-line. We finally get above the T-line, and look at that nice run right there. Now, not every time does it make runs like that, but this is the type of, this is what I like the market to look like, the SPY to look like when trading to the long side. See how we're down below here? We crossed over the T-line. Now there's charts out there that I feel comfortable about buying because we'll have the SPY at our back. We'll have it on our side. Here's another one below the T-line, above the T-line. Week or so of a good run there. Here's another one back here. So waiting to get above the T-line here, I think it's a fantastic strategy. Kind of slows things down a little bit in the sense of, like, I'm not going to be rushing in the market and buying all kinds of crazy stuff today at all. Now, for the bearish side, let's talk about the bearish side. What if we don't work out? Well, we're already below the T-line. We're even below the Trendicator, the red dots here. So that's a major strike against it. That's why I want to wait till we get above. The thing about going short, though, I'm not sure I want to be short the market until we break down. So anything in here is just a lot of trading coin back and forth. It's traders shoving and pushing each other. Investors shoving and pushing each other is all it is. No real good fight breaks out. And we need a good fight to break out. We need We need those bears. If we're going to break to the downside, we need those bears to get that fight going. And same with the bulls. We need to get that fight going up here and break out. So I think waiting on the T-line will be a positive thing. Okay, so let's take, the reason I want to look at some oil stocks is oil could be going up, and it could be going down as well. I've noticed here in XLE anyway, here we have a very nice bullish Hiromi, and we have a little bit of follow through this morning. Now we're still in this downtrend here, and we're approaching that 50 period moving average. Now there's a big difference between a chart that looks good, maybe a chart that I want to watch, and a chart I want to buy. For instance, I'm not overly interested in buying this where it's at. However, if it was to break out today or Monday or even Tuesday, then that would give me that, all right, I want to go with those bulls. I don't need to buy it down here to make any money. I don't need to jump into it right here to make any money, because I'm not looking at the trade as buy and done. Okay, let's look at where it can go. There's the top. That's where it can go, so we don't have to be in a hurry. Let's look at APA here. APA, we're down to the 50 period moving average. We put some traction in here. The bulls put some traction in here. A nice bullish Hiromi, and then we're getting a little bit of activity this morning here. Nice little bottom, 1 bar, 2 bar, 3 bar, 4 bars. We are still in a bit of a downtrend. We are above the 50 period moving average. Again, I mean, if I wanted to, I could. You could certainly buy this here, put your stop in. There's nothing wrong with that. But because it's Friday and I don't want to be in a lot of positions, then what I'm going to be watching for is Monday. Now, if today we were to jam up here, something like that, I might not be able to resist it. But it won't be a big position, be a very small position. And then we'll wait and see what Monday might give us. You know, more up, a little bit of sideways, who knows. But we'll watch for that. FANG might be setting up. Here's a bullish piercing candle yesterday. I think we could make an argument of a little support down here. We're getting a little bit of follow through this morning, at least pre-market. We have no idea what it's going to look like at the end of the day. But right now, pre-market looking pretty good. Over the 50 period moving average, and that's that blue dotted line right there. Over the T line, which is the black line, and the Trendicator, we're even over that, but it's pretty sloppy here. We can draw a trend line if that's what you want to wait for right there. Now, that's probably not where I would draw it. I would probably do something more like that myself. Yeah. And in the end, I'm not going to use a trend line. I'm going to use the fact that we're over the T line and follow price action. So that's something I'll be looking at. So FANG right now looks like a chart. Always remember to use your stops, and I think it's in a trader's best interest to take profits on the way up. So have your plan in there for stops and whatnot. If we want to talk about those during the day-to-day, we certainly can. ERX, another bullish Hiromi yesterday. We're getting a little follow through this morning. We need to get through that 50 period moving average, I think. That also gets us through a little bit of that resistance. We are above the T line, so I like that. So to me, this just might be in this buy area right up here like that. Put that buy box. If you like these charts, put that buy box up in there. Well, for any chart for that matter. Throw that buy box up in there, and then what happens is when you're filtering through your stocks, when you're getting alerts from live trading alerts, for instance, it'll remind you that you've looked at this, and maybe even write a note in here. You know, you can do that. just come in here and write a note. Whoops. Note. I want it right there. I guess I'm not going to get it there. Yeah, I am. You can write a note in here. Buy on strength. Or whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do in there. Just remind yourself that you were looking at that. Here's COP, ConocoPhillips. Here we've got, these all have a very similar chart pattern. A little bit of support. We've got a low, high, higher low. I'm going to go with the bigger picture. Low, high, higher low, or double bottom. Double bottom, that's what I'm going to call that. Bullish piercing candle yesterday, and we're seeing a little bit of follow through here. Now, as I look at this chart, I can't help thinking and can't help seeing it. You can't unsee it. That we have this candle with a gap up. We putz around up here and then kind of falter right in this area. Here we open up with these two candles and then down we go. So take this candle, that candle. I can't help thinking that this area right through here might be kind of important. Now me, I'm lazy. I'm also one that you can't put a line at an exact price and think that that's right by any stretch of the imagination. I say this all the time. In stock trading, 2 plus 2 does not equal 4. 1 plus 1 does not equal 2. And it will drive you crazy if you try to do that, personally. So me, I'm just going to remove those. I'm going to look at this as a buy over the 50-period moving average right here. I think I'll put my buy box in there. And a typical chart pattern that I look for is something that rises and pulls back. That's what I'm typically looking for right there. Another chart is MRO. Again, that same type of chart pattern. And today, if somebody is just chiming in here, listening to this, we're just focusing on some oil stocks today. Not that they're buys today, but they might be buys next week, or they might be buys 10 days from now. The thing is to have some of these charts on your watch list here. So we'll finish up with this one, and then we're going to call it morning here and grab some coffee, and the market will be open in about 15, 20 minutes. All right, so you can see that nice bottom in there. You can see the low, the high, the higher low. You can see us putting some follow through in after the bullish aroma here. You're right at that 50-period moving average, so it just makes sense. We start to see that breakout right in through here. I'm going to put that line right there because it takes this big black candle in consideration. It also takes some of that resistance, those lows right in there, in consideration. So now I'm going to put that buy box in there. And now I'm going to consider a buy in this area. So, hey, Dick, I'll take a look at BP right before the open. I'll come back early and we'll take a look at BP. Okay? All right, everyone. Thank you very, very much. Go grab some coffee. Get your eggs eaten, sausage eaten, bacon, whatever you're doing. Granola bar. We'll see you here in about 15 minutes for the market open. Actually, about less than that because we'll look at BP there for a tick. Thanks again, everyone. See you later.